right, what is up, Geneva? Back here at Sports Shield. I'm Jackson here with
Chap.
Jason.
I'm Carl.
new special guest here. Today we have a lot of sports to talk about. World Cup,
Oh, yeah.
football. Let's get started. So we're going to talk about last night's NFL matchup between the Packers and Titans.
Yeah, the Packers are now officially not in the playoffs due to their loss to the Titans last night.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Packers fans.
Yeah.
One of my best buds, Nick Taylor, he was definitely very disappointed.
Yeah,
in the
definitely
Packers
very
loss.
disappointed, but at the end of the day, I would blame it on what Aaron Rodgers has been doing in the past offseason. But back to
That's another topic we could get into, but let's just not get into that.
All right, so Ryan Tannehill threw for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had a free play, and he threw the ball into the end zone to Christian Watson, who's coming off a 3-touchdown performance against the Dallas Cowboys,
Yeah.
which is a very good performance from him. The Titans punched it into the end zone right before halftime with a 4-yard touchdown from Derrick Henry, and that was basically the end of the game. The Packers just looked pretty pathetic.
Yeah, they had no momentum on their last week's overtime win. They had no offense in the first half. It looked like, they were only out there 3 possessions, 3 and out on 2 of them, scored on 1 of them, nothing special. But the Titans running back Derrick Henry had a pretty decent game. Finished with 87 yards on 28 carries with a touchdown. He also threw the ball on a little trick play on the goal line to Austin Hooper. That was a cool play to watch. And then quarterback Ryan Tannehill had an impressive game, 22 of 27 for 333 yards with 2 touchdowns with 1 interception.
Yeah, the Titans really pull off that trick play. They've done it before with Derrick Henry. They hand it off, and then the defenders bite in, but then he just lobs it in there.
Everyone thinks they're just going to give the ball to that blue running back. Moving on to the
Bears-Atlanta game. So the Bears are heading down to Atlanta following their tough loss against the Lions. The Bears were having one of their better games of the year, especially Justin Fields following his
Justin Fields has been outstanding. We just can't get a W, man.
So he rushed for 2 touchdowns and 147 yards, and he had some crazy playmaker plays. One of them was a very long touchdown. So Atlanta's the favorite of this week's game, while they're on a 2-game losing streak and Chicago's on a 3-game losing streak. We'll see what Chicago's got in play.
Little division rivalry match, Patriots versus Jets. For this game, Patriots offensive line in the past have not done well to protect Mac Jones and all their quarterbacks. So if they play well, odds are in their favor. But the Jets D-line with Quinnen Williams and Sheldon Rankins, they just dominated the inside in their last matchup, allowing for one of their veteran linebackers, C.J. Mosley, to have a great game. Also, the Jets secondary, led by Rookie of the Year candidate Sauce Gardner, has been performing very well. I can't wait to see his career take off.
Yeah, he's going to be a very good defensive player.
That young Jets team has so much momentum with their great season. I don't think they're going to be struggling like they've been.
Yeah, I think it's
if I were to take a pick, I would say the Jets are going to take home the Super Bowl this year.
That's a hot take. I'll quote you on that when it doesn't happen. So, also, New York lost a huge chunk of their offense, though, when running back Breece Hall went down with ACL injury, leaving Michael Carter and former Jaguar James Robinson to fill the void, which they have done pretty well, but haven't made explosive plays like the young rookie Breece Hall. Now, time to talk about World Cup. I know it's not in the summer, but I'm very excited to watch these games over Thanksgiving break. And we have Carl here to talk about that.
Yeah, it will be an exciting World Cup. It's the first World Cup in the winter. It's in Qatar. The World Cup 2022 starts on Sunday. There's the opening game, Qatar against Ecuador.
That'll be a good matchup.
Oh, yeah. And on Monday is the first game of the American national team against Iran.
Go USA. I'm really rooting for them.
I got USA, but I ran my take at USA's not too talented in soccer.
I heard they have a really young team, a lot of players playing in Europe that are coming on, so I hope we could make some run in the World Cup.
Yeah, we will see. So it's also a very expensive World Cup. The last one in Russia cost $11.5 billion, and this World Cup in Qatar cost $170 billion.
Wow.
Billion.
It's very expensive.
Wow.
It's
billion.
crazy.
I also heard that there's been a lot of deaths caused
yeah.
by building all these insane soccer
Yeah,
stadiums
they
in
Slave
have
Qatar.
some
work
bad
too.
things.
Like slave work, a bunch of controversial stuff that
Yeah, I
that
think
the world should be paying
Human
more.
Rights Organization Amnesty International said that 15,000 slaves died
Wow.
during the construction of the 8 stadiums in Qatar. That's very bad, I think.
Just so
Same,
we can watch
agreed.
some soccer. Sick
yeah.
world we live in.
And the next problem is the people don't get a winter break, so players get injured more easily because of the busy game schedule. Some players like Reece James, Diogo Jota, Marco Reus, N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba, Nkunku, and Sadio Mane, and many other players will miss the World Cup.
I was really looking forward to watch Pogba play. I mean, I was a fan of his growing up, actually. So
Yeah, Pogba, great player, great skill.
great character
Sucks that you
too.
can't see him in the
Yep.
World Cup.
And a little bit sad because for some great players of our generation, is it the last World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi? Will be the last one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, growing up, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi were just the face of soccer, and it's sad that this is their last World Cup game.
Yeah, we'll
So-
end the podcast with the question of Messi or Ronaldo.
Yes,
I'm taking Ronaldo.
I'm taking Messi.
I'm taking Messi. I just think he was way better.
Actually, I'm
Everything.
agreed. I'm taking Messi.
Well, that's all we have today. Sports Shield. We'll see you back next
Bye.
week.